Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw in Toronto, Canada. This is the Raw after SummerSlam, where we crowned a new World Heavyweight Champion in Finn Balor. But tonight we start out with a triple threat. So I say we get into Monday Night Raw. Now here we go. Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Chad Gable, triple threat.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
Now Braun Strowman actually started this entire triple threat rivalry. Started by him attacking, I believe it was AJ Styles backstage. And then the next week he attacked Chad Gable backstage. And then finally, the third following week, he came out and announced why he attacked them both, saying he felt left out and that people need to see the force that he is, and he should not be underestimated. So he felt looked down on.
And his opponents, first representing American-made from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 202 pounds, Chad Gable.
Now Chad Gable looking to boost American Made here tonight in the triple threat, along with himself, as he could maybe go after the Intercontinental Championship again, which he has already had a match for it in the past against Bron Breakker. He did lose, Breakker retained, but Breakker obviously not the champion anymore. In fact, talking about Bron Breakker, in the main event of Raw tonight, he has a #1 contenders match versus the Nigerian Giant Omos. Whoever wins that will face Penta for the Intercontinental Championship next.
And from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Now AJ Styles, Mr. Money in the Bank. It's a very big match for him. He obviously will probably be looking for the world title soon after this match. I can only imagine. Obviously, as I said, the world heavyweight champion is now Finn Balor, as we crowned a new champion last night in a triple threat. In fact, just like going on now, it was a triple threat between Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor, in which Finn Balor walked out new world heavyweight champion. So AJ Styles will probably have eyes on him, but as of right now, he's got eyes on winning this triple threat match. As Gable taking down Mr. Money in the Bank. Does miss whatever he attempted there. Strowman dodges, now with a couple hits. Now the power. Strowman throws Gable down. Now AJ sends Strowman over the ropes. Strowman just about hanging on. Gable going to reverse on Styles. Gets caught by Strowman, manages to jump behind, but AJ targeting the spine, gets caught by Gable. Styles reverses, gets caught by Braun Strowman. And now using his strength to his advantage. And Gable trips up Strowman. And now a neck breaker by AJ. Pretty chaotic start to this triple threat. No man necessarily on top yet. They're all just fighting to wear each other down for now. Now obviously Strowman has the strength advantage in the matchup, so not really sure how this is going to go for AJ and Gable. But Gable brings in a kendo stick, gets caught by Styles. Spinning heel kick there, takes down Gable. Strowman, I think he hit a drop kick there. Now Irish whip to Gable, the strength. Tossing Gable up into the air and a German suplex to Styles. Strowman now into the cover, going to go for the win. Styles with the kick out. Now Chad Gable went for the Irish whip into the corner, gets caught by Strowman. And now a clothesline to AJ. Strowman seemingly taking control of the match. Got a bat there, but AJ on his toes. A dodge drop kick by Chad Gable. Now he's going after Strowman. And a DDT onto the concrete floor. We'll see if they do anything with the announcers table here. Someone might think to. As AJ Styles with a snap suplex. Now taking out the legs of Strowman. Still no man really on top yet. Now Styles hits him with a neck breaker. Now Gable just using the bat. Now again for the second time this match. Frustrating Strowman with that little trip there, tossing him into the steel steps. And following up, throwing AJ towards the barricade. Chad Gable on top. Will he stay on top? No, he gets caught by AJ Styles. Now with the calf crusher. Gets caught by Gable. Drops the knee to the back of the neck. Strowman taunting. Gable's just taking him out, and he is the first man to really take control of the match. But in a very bad move, he didn't keep going and instead taunted towards the crowd, gets thrown into the announcers table. Now AJ Styles tossing him towards the barricade. Strowman awaits someone in the ring. AJ with the Insiguri head kick attempt. I think it connected. And now going after the leg. Strowman with the kendo stick hits AJ Styles with it. As he wields that kendo stick. It's broken in half now over the back of Styles. Strowman looks like he couldn't be enjoying this more. Wow. Now Gable trying whatever he can. Not working though. Strowman seems to be making this his own now. And Gable ruins any momentum that Strowman might have had. And Styles does the same to Gable there. Into the ring with these two now. Strowman, what's he got in mind? Tosses AJ into the ropes, slides underneath. Oh, Strowman choke slam to AJ Styles. And now a kendo stick by Gable. German suplex. Holds it into a cover. Styles with the kick out. And now Gable got the ankle of Strowman. Ankle lock locked in. Gable has the ankle lock. Reversal there by Strowman, escapes the hold. AJ Styles with the German. Gable stunned on the ropes. What's Styles thinking here? Gonna send him over the ropes. Now picking up the steel steps that Strowman just brought in. Oh! Hitting Strowman with the steel steps into the cover now. Can AJ get the win here? Strowman at 2. Now Gable going to bring down the straps. He's picking up Strowman now. AJ Styles. What's he thinking? Styles clash. Hits the Styles clash. Chad Gable went for the German. AJ with the arm drag. Managed to get out of that situation. Now Chad Gable, Irish whip into the ropes. Ducks underneath, hooks the arms, German suplex. Now Strowman runs him down. What a triple threat match this is. As Strowman takes down Gable, hurries into the cover. AJ's going to break it up. And now with a neck breaker. That neck breaker to Strowman actually doing a bit more damage to Chad Gable, it seemed. AJ with the forearm as he used the ropes there to get a bit more height and power, I'd imagine. Into the cover, nearly steals it, but Gable manages to power out it too. Now you do have to wonder the direction these three will go in if they do end up winning the match. As Strowman hits a running power slam, he doesn't really have much of a direction, to be honest, after this. If he wins, I guess he can maybe try and get into another high-profile feud. But if he loses, he really doesn't have anything. Same goes for Gable, not really much to do. If AJ wins, though, he does have the World Heavyweight Championship to set his sights on. Now AJ, calf crusher again for the second time to Strowman. Will Strowman tap? AJ lets go. And now, too fast for Gable. Styles clash. Is that it? Has AJ won the triple threat? No, Chad Gable at 2. AJ can't seem to believe it. Now heading over to Strowman, hits him with a DDT. Now heads into the cover there. Is Strowman going to kick out? No! AJ Styles wins the triple threat.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles victorious. And closes out this stage of his career as Mr. Money in the Bank stands tall. Now a quick break to ask you to please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss an upload. Turn on the notification bell. I thank you if you did so. And now we shall get back to Monday Night Raw. Now as we head into one-on-one action, it's champion v champion. As one half of the tag team champions, Kofi Kingston, goes one-on-one with the newly crowned world heavyweight champion, Finn Balor.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the New Day from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston.
Now Kofi Kingston, the reason he's taking on the newly crowned World Heavyweight Champion in Finn Balor is because a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Finn Balor took JD backstage, telling him that himself and Dominic Mysterio need to set their sights on the Tag Team Championships and bring them home to the Judgment Day. He gave instructions that after Kofi's match, He wanted JD, whether Kofi won or lost, he wanted him to go out there and attack Kofi post-match and declare that they are coming for the titles. Obviously, JD followed instructions. The following week, Balor interrupted the promo of Kofi Kingston, acknowledging he caused it.
The Judgment Day. From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Finn Balor.
Yes, Finn Balor acknowledged that he caused the attack, telling Kofi that it was all his idea. So that has led to tonight, where Kofi was seen backstage with Xavier Woods saying he'd get himself a match versus Finn Balor. And then next week, Woods will get to face JD one-on-one. And obviously Adam Pearce has made it official, giving Finn Balor no choice. So unfortunately for Balor, he doesn't even get to celebrate being the new World Heavyweight Champion tonight because of his actions. Instead, he's forced straight back into action following SummerSlam. So he's going to have to wait until next week on Raw to celebrate his achievement of becoming the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Kingston now, got him in a waist lock. Balor kicking out of that roll up there. Now Kingston going to the midsection. Enziguri head kick takes down Balor. Now off the ropes. Hits him with a splash. And follow up by going to the outside. Throws himself over the ropes. Miscalculates that, and he missed Balor off the ropes. Leapfrog. Ducks underneath. Got the arm behind the back. Gets hit with an elbow by Finn Balor. Sling blade now. Rolls through. Missile drop kick. Now Balor goes to the knees. But now Balor's had his leg caught there. Might have tweaked his knee when it got pulled by Kofi. For the second time, Kofi's misjudged that. And now Kofi with the spinning heel kick. Now Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day. They won those tag titles the night after Bad Blood, after they faced the War Raiders for the titles. Obviously winning them in the main event of Raw. They've held the titles ever since. I actually don't believe that they've defended them yet. So it's a pretty poor reign right now. Kofi goes through DDT to Finn Balor. As I was saying, it's a pretty poor reign as tag team champions so far. As Kingston delivers that DDT. So they're definitely going to be looking into the future for their defense against Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. We'll see how Dominic fares. I mean, maybe Dom will have something to do in this match or next week's match. We'll have to see. As Kofi Kingston goes for trouble in paradise. Balor dodged, hit him with the super kick there. Now stomping him. And now bang. Right forearm to the face of Kofi Kingston on the outside now. Springboard missile drop kick. Following it up by choking him out. Finn Balor being relentless. Went for a potential body slam, but gets hit with an inverted DDT by Kofi Kingston. Now I'm going to target the arm. Kingston. Double foot stomp. Now Balor in the corner. Kingston getting some momentum. Hits the drop kick on Balor. But Balor stumbled forward. He was alright. Drops the elbow to the chest of Kingston. And now he rushes to the top. Balor with a coup de grace. Now into the cover. Can he take out Kingston here? Kofi at 2. That's clearly frustrated Balor a little bit. Gets caught by Kingston. Balor managing to get the elbows and reverse it. Missile drop kick delivered. Picks Kofi up. Now into the corner. Body slam delivered by Finn Balor as he heads back up. What's he thinking? Kofi up to his feet. Balor, coup de grace to a standing Kofi Kingston. That's it. Good night, Kofi. Finn Balor with the win.
Here is your winner, Finn Balor.
Kofi Kingston has failed to beat Finn Balor, the mastermind behind the attack. So it's kind of down to Xavier Woods to beat JD McDonough next week on Monday Night Raw, as the new World Heavyweight Champion stands tall. As now we see Bronson Reed backstage. Oh, Sheamus! Sheamus looking for revenge from last week, when Bronson Reed attacked Sheamus, but Reed gonna reverse there. Now Reed just getting his shots in on Sheamus. Sheamus tried to get revenge on Bronson Reed for attacking him last week, but it looks like it's failed, as Bronson Reed managed to turn things around and he's just attacked.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Las Vegas, Nevada, Zoe Stark.
As I was saying, it failed for Bronson Reed. No, it failed for Sheamus, as he tried to get revenge on Bronson Reed's attack from last week by attacking him backstage, but Reed reversed, and instead Sheamus found himself with another beatdown. Unfortunate there for Sheamus, but that rivalry seems like it's going to be heating up, as Zoe Stark, for I believe the 3rd week in a row, gonna have some one-on-one action here tonight.
From Chelsea, Michigan, Fallon Henley.
Now Fallon Henley is making her Monday Night Raw debut here. Now talking about debut, I've also heard that in the coming weeks, whether it's this week or a few weeks down the line, we could see some trades from Raw and SmackDown happening, as the general managers maybe look to freshen up their rosters a little bit following So here we go. It's Zoe Stark versus Fallon Heleny. As Zoe looks to keep momentum going. The headlock locked in here. Applying relentless pressure there. Now a knee to the back. Kick to the head there. Now these two are going to lock up. Side headlock by Fallon Heleny. Now sending Zoe into the corner. Went for the kick to the head. Zoe dodges. Clothesline delivered. Now Shayna Baszler messing with the turnbuckle pad. Zoe into the cover following a moonsault. Kick out by Heleny. Kick to the guts. Sends Zoe into the ropes. Now going to the spine. Very delicate place there. Fallon Heleny stuns Zoe to the outside. You can see Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville there supporting their fellow PFC member. Backing up there. Now surprisingly, PFC haven't actually done anything bad to an opponent yet. Zoe's just taken them out and these three have left. In fact, the other two weren't even out for the other two matches. Zoe was on her own. So this is actually the first time the entirety of PFC is present. I mean, you do have to wonder what they maybe have in store. Maybe they'll show it this week. So it is a bit odd to me that they have all three members out this time. Zoe with an STO. Going after the arm. Zoe being relentless to Fallon Heleny. And a suplex there. With a quick German suplex with the arms hooked. Now Zoe Stark gonna run her along the ropes. Knee delivered to the face. Now measuring her up for the end here. Up. Fallon Heleny reverses. Breaker clothesline rolls through. Now into the cover is Fallon Heleny. Kick out by Stark at 2. Kick to the gut. Zoe dodges there. Leant back, dodged whatever attack was going. Now with a big shoulder tackle. Going to take down Fallon Heleny. It's reversed on. Kind of like, it looked like a reverse zigzag there as she dropped the leg on the neck. Referee's just been tugged out of the ring. Sonya Deville tugged the referee out of the ring. Ref gets back in. Fallon Heleny just jumped to the out. I don't know what she's done there. Punches Zoe Stark. Gets into the ring. Gets caught. Does hit Zoe with a back elbow though. Gets back on top. Kick to the face. Stuns her. Takes her down now. Going rampant here. Zoe rolled her off. Zoe now struggling. Now Zoe reverses. Inverted DDT. Gonna pick up Fallon Heleny here. Gets reversed. Now gets caught. Exploder suplex, her own variant of it. Into the cover now. Can Fallon Heleny get a debut win here on Monday Night Raw? Zoe says no. Teammates Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville cannot believe it. Zoe reverses there. Zoe hit that drop kick, but now Zoe gonna kind of look like a Z360 there. I couldn't tell. The finisher looks like it may have been hit though. Referee was in the way. Either way, Fallon Heleny gets out at 2. And Zoe with a running knee strike in the corner follows it up with a bulldog. On the outside, springboard drop kick. Fallon Heleny moves out the way. Now Zoe Irish whips into the ropes. Pushes Heleny away. These two dodging each other's moves there. Running knee strike to the face. A running knee by Zoe Stark puts this to bed.
Here is your winner, Zoe Stark.
PFC celebrates together in the ring as Zoe Stark yet again wins another match and furthers her momentum. Will she do the same next week? We'll have to find out then. But for now, we see Omos. I guess we're just seeing him before his match with Bron Breakker that's coming up after this match. This is a 2-on-2 tag team bout between the Creed brothers and the Usos.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Brutus and Julius, the Creed brothers.
Now Brutus and Julius Creed looking to hand the Usos their first loss back as a tag team here on Monday Night Raw. Hyping each other up here. And now here comes the Usos.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
To your left, Jimmy Uso. To your right, Jay Uso. The Usos looking to have their second match back as a tag team here on Monday Night Raw. They previously had their first tag team match back together again versus the team of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, in which the Usos took the win home. And now obviously they're looking to do the same again versus the team of Brutus and Julius Creed. It's going to be difficult, but I believe that they can do it. Jimmy starts it out with a DDT. Sends Brutus into the corner. Jay going to enter the ring. Now the Usos stalking Brutus Creed. Up he goes. Pop-up Samoan drop. In fact, it was an assisted pop-up Samoan drop. Brutus caught the kick there. Now sends Jay into the referee. Uppercut now, down goes Jay. Gut wrench. Here comes Julius Creed. Now, if you're wondering why the Usos reunited, it's because neither of them could consistently get booked, and when they did, they weren't doing so well. Jay had obviously been keeping track of their track records as he approached Jimmy Uso in the parking lot. He obviously gave Jimmy the chance to reunite together. It was either that or they go back their separate ways. Jimmy obviously agreeing to reunite as a tag team. And that's why moments like now are happening, where Jimmy gets tagged back in by Jay. Gets hit with a suplex though. I believe their track records were 3 matches both, 2 losses, 1 win. Jay had not even wrestled a single singles match. So yeah, they were both doing quite unfortunate over on their brands. Jimmy was on SmackDown, Jay obviously here on Raw. But now the Usos are officially a part of Monday Night Raw. Now the Creed brothers just delivering these to Jimmy. Jimmy's struggling there. Now into the cover. Just before the count of 2, Jimmy powers out. Jimmy going to send Julius Creed into the corner. And now going to get run down there is Jimmy. As Julius Creed putting the Creed brothers on top, but Jimmy does get the kick. Now going to taunt. Big right forearm delivered to Julius Creed. Maybe stuns him momentarily. Body slam down. Julius Creed there. Jimmy stunned against the ropes. Now, Julius Creed from inside the ring tosses Jimmy to the outside. Now going to try and take down Jay. But Jay stuns Creed. But now we're going to toss Jay into the ring. Jay obviously got to get back out. He's not the legal man. He's stunned though. Jimmy getting tossed over the ropes. Hangs on. Now tossed back in by Brutus. Jay finally just getting back to his senses there. Climbing out. Now back on the apron. Jimmy with the elbow. Irish whip. Sends Brutus into the corner. Maybe going to tag Jay back in. He does. Jay climbing in. The Usos, what are they thinking? 1D! 1D delivered by the Usos. Jay into the cover. Broken up by Julius. The Usos hitting Brutus there with the 1D. And now Jay eating with the crowd. Big right forearm sends Brutus to the floor. He was thinking about a spear, I think, Jay. And now tags Jimmy back in. Maybe another pop-up Samoan drop. And yes, it is. The reverse way around this time. Jay lifting him up. Jimmy delivering the Samoan drop. Now a super kick by Jimmy. What's Jimmy thinking? Looks like he can't decide what to do with Brutus. He took too long. Jimmy took too long. Brutus Creed taking advantage of the amount of time Jimmy took to decide what to do. Jay gonna break it up. Jimmy just made a huge mistake there. Manages to turn it around though. What a mistake by Jimmy Uso. Nearly costing himself and Jay the match there. Just took way too long deciding what to do. Jay now dangling Brutus Creed. Gonna stomp him in the corner. Went for the super kick. Gets spun round. Kick to the gut by Brutus Creed. Went for the clothesline. Rolls out the way of Jay there. Super kick by Jay. And another super kick. Maybe a third. Went for the third. Brutus moved out the way. Irish whip sends Jay into the corner. Now a body slam. Jay down. Brutus Creed to the top. What's he thinking? Jay gonna get to his feet. Hits him with, I think it's kind of a cannonball type of thing by Brutus. Covers Jay, trying to get the win for the Creed brothers, but Jimmy's gonna break it up. There was a cannonball there by Brutus Creed. Connected with Jay Uso, had to be broken up by Jimmy. As Jimmy now heads into the ring. Super kick delivered. Now Jimmy, double leg takedown, going ham with those fists to the face. Jimmy heading to the top. Julius Creed punches the turnbuckle as Jimmy had moved. Jimmy couldn't take advantage of that though. And an overhead suplex by Julius takes down Uso. Now Jimmy inside cradle. Tried to steal it, but Julius manages to kick out there. Jimmy with a super kick. Was being really cheeky there with that inside cradle, but unfortunately for Jimmy, it didn't work. And Jay tags in Jimmy. What they're thinking here. Jimmy Uso. Uso splash to the leg. But allowing Julius Creed to roll to the outside as Jimmy's going to approach him. Delivers kind of a face buster or a bulldog. I think it was a face buster though on the outside. On the shoulders and a fireman's carry. Flatliner delivered by Julius Creed. Now a standing moonsault there. Count of 8. Count of 9. Got to get back in the ring as Uso. He does. And the Usos steal the win with a count out.
Here are your winners, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos.
The Usos steal the win versus the Creed brothers via count out. Incredible by them two. Again, please subscribe to TacMan12 and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video from this channel. I post Universe Mode, Fortnite, and many other gaming things. With that said, let's get back to Monday Night Raw. So now we see Omos for the main event. Going to take on Bron Breakker. Omos going over the top rope there. As he looks to earn #1 contendership to Penta and the Intercontinental Championship. And now here comes the badass. The future of the men's division, Bron Breakker.
From Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bron Breakker.
Now Bron obviously trying to maybe regain that Intercontinental Championship that he lost to Penta all those weeks ago. I believe it was at Bash in Berlin that Penta took the title from him. Since Bash in Berlin, we've had SummerSlam, so it's been about a month since Bron Breakker lost the title. And now here in the main event of Raw, he looks to try and earn an opportunity to regain it. Breakker ready for the match. Not looking to mess around. Obviously not going to be easy to beat someone like Omos. Omos is extremely tall, strong. Definitely got the advantage there, but Breakker's got the agility, the speed. So we'll see how this one plays out. Almost not affected by that there. Kind of throwing Bron Breakker off guard. Now Omos punching the wind out the stomach of Bron Breakker. Now I'm going to hit a couple of punches here. Does get caught. Knee to the gut. Leg sweep by Omos. Breakker pushed away. Now delivering some rights and lefts. Gets caught by Omos again. Headbutt sends Breakker to the mat. Now down he goes. Again, Omos unaffected. Strength difference is clearly showing, but Bron Breakker not going to give up. DDT takes down the Giant. The big man struggling here to, I guess, contain the quickness of Bron Breakker. And again, Bron Breakker also struggling to stop the strength and size of Omos. As many do, to be honest. There's not much you can do against someone over 7 foot tall that weighs over 300 pounds. Maybe even close to 400. Now delivers a choke slam. Actually kind of goes down with Breakker there. Into the cover now, going to go for the win. Bron Breakker managing to kick out. Breakker there. Stuns the jaw. Does dodge that. But Omos just not allowing Breakker anything. Breakker sends him against the ropes. Slides underneath, leapfrog. That's impressive. And now a Frankensteiner by Breakker. Into the cover. And a 1, Omos at 1. Impressive athleticism and just height of the jump by Bron Breakker to leapfrog someone like Omos. Then hit him with the Frankensteiner, now a Bulldog. On the second rope. Has the arms hooked. Now left fists actually. To the back of the neck. Delicate area of the body. Breakker in the corner now, stalking Omos. Spear by Breakker. Maybe he is just conquering the Nigerian Giants. Count of 2. Omos at 2. No time to waste though for Bron Breakker. He's worn down the Giant. Definitely worn him down enough to do damage. Omos using the power of his hands to deliver some pain to Breakker. Breakker gonna fight back there with the fists to the gut. And another DDT taking down Omos. He's gonna roll to the outside now. Breakker to the top. Delivers a big shoulder tackle from the top there. Now got the leg. Bang! I guess he's trying to break the leg of Omos. Or at least dismantle it. Make it useless. Not bad tactic. I think he went for a moonsault there. Omos denied. Breakker reverses. Sending Omos back under the ropes and into the ring. On the outside, what is Bron Breakker thinking? Now, right forearm sends Omos to the floor. But now Breakker heading up to the top. Elbow drop to the chest. Into the cover is Breakker. Can he get the win off of that? No, Omos at 2 again. Down go the straps. Bron Breakker looking to put this match to an end. Up on the shoulders. Gut buster. The double knees to the guts. And now in the corner is Bron Breakker. Spear. Into the cover. Bron Breakker's the #1 contender. You see Omos post-match. Oh, this is interesting. Penta, some reason eyeing down the man who lost. Maybe making it known to Omos the opportunity that he lost. Thank you for tuning in to Monday Night Raw.